Oh, hello guys. Thought I'd just do a kind of update. Excuse the mess behind me. Yeah, so it's an update on bushcrafting. I've not really been there for quite a while. Last time I went there was last year. Found out that the landowner Ron, who gave me permission to be there to do bushcrafting and metal detecting, had sadly passed away. Um, when I got there, uh, I saw his daughter. She told me the sad news, and I said, well, what happens now? Can I still come, or do you want me to stop coming? She goes, no, 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 you still come. So I did stay there for about an hour and a half. The reason I stayed there a bit longer than expected was that I took some new padlocks up there. Lucky I did, because when I got there, after talking to Ron's daughter, when I got to my bushcraft, the door had been broken in. Now, I couldn't really see much stuff that had been taken from inside the shelter itself, where the door had been broken in. So I had to stay there and redo the door, put new locks on, and also change over the camera memory. So I've got a trail cam up there, which I still need to go and get, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to be going up there that much in the future. Reason being is because of my knees. Got arthritis in my knees, so I can't really do a lot of walking about and kneeling down. Also got arthritis in my hand as well. So it means that I won't be doing too much bushcrafting in the future, unless my knees start, like healing up, because I am on some kind of medication. I can still use my right hand to chop wood and cut wood and do other bits and pieces, but it is mainly all down to the health issues. So I can't really get out to do much anyway, and I don't go out during this time of the year because it's too cold, wet, windy, rainy. I don't want to end up going out and getting freezing cold and ending up with pneumonia or something like that. I did go on a bus ride to Mitcham the other day, one of my local towns. I noticed all the leaves are off the trees and everything like that. So bushcraft will probably be, well, I know it is noticeable to the nearest public woodland footpath. So you walk past it, you can see the back of my bushcraft. So that's probably what's happened, is that someone's gone there last year and saw the back of my bushcraft, think, oh, what's that? And probably just gone and been nosing, wanted to find out what's inside and kick the door in. So I had to change the locks on it anyway, and kind of readjust the door, because the way they kicked it in, I couldn't actually lift it and close it, because part of the roofing had collapsed as well, the way they've actually done the damage. So I had to chip away a bit of the beam and kind of around the sides as well. But then I had to redo the bracket where the door is on the side, and then I push the door in so I can redo that. Then I had to push the door so I can readjust the locks and put two new padlocks on. So that was a bit of a pain in the ass to do. But as I say, because of illnesses, medical problems I can't get up there to do a lot of stuff. So I think when we got longer daytimes, better weather, what was it now? January, February, March, April, May, June, right around that time, I'll probably try to get up there and do a little bit of bushcrafting and, just do a bit of campfire and do what I used to do, when I first started building the camp, sit there, have a barbecue or something, a cup of coffee, just sit there and chill out for a little while. But that's all it'll be probably in future. if I get to go up there, you know, little barbecue, you know, little chill out, little session. I might try to get up there and do a night session over there again as well. But as I say, that won't be until we've got the longer daylights, you know, when it gets dark around about, say, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then it gets light early in the morning around about 5 o'clock. Because then, like, you know, I'll be honest with you, I am, although I'm like, you know, in my 60s, I've always been afraid of the dark. And as you realised way back on some of my videos, I kind of like conflated my fear, and I did spend a night up there at one time, and then like, I thought, you know, if I can do one night, maybe I can do 2 nights, and then I did do 2 nights up there as well. But as you know, I've got a cat, so you know, I always make sure she had plenty of food and drink, you know, before I even went out. After the 2 night one, I did do like another 1 or 2 night sessions up there. But then there was another time I went up there, and there's a lot of weird noise going on. You know, like it wasn't so much the ponies because it is on a pony farm. You know, and you could hear them like walking about. I kept hearing like screams. I can't say it's like, you know, a scream is a female, and it wasn't a fox. I kept hearing some kind of like scream, and also like I kept hearing like this like kind of thumping noise, and you know it kind of creeped me out. So like I didn't really sleep. You know, I had my door locked. I had my axe and my bushcraft knife with me, and my axe. I did have an axe up there. I know I had a machete up there, but where the hell that went, I do not know. So unless that got stolen, probably did. But I had an axe, I had a machete up there at one time. I had a wood splitting axe as well, and I had my bushcraft knife up there, and I had all of them beside me in case anyone tried to break in while I was like sleeping up there. Now I do have like, you know, me mattress up there, the pump up mattress, but that kept going. Last time I was up there, that kept like going down, so I didn't really get any sleep. So that will have to come back with me, so I can find out what the problem is. Because I'll probably get like another blow up, one of those like what are they called, pumps. So I don't think I had the right attachment to it when I tried pumping it up. So every time I pump it up, it just kept going down straight away, kind of thing. And I'm thinking, well, you know, why is it doing this? And when I did pump it up enough, it just kept like slowly going down. So I didn't really get no sleep that time I went up there, which was the last time. So I was glad, you know, as soon as it got light, then I found out what time the earliest bus was. I was able to come home, you know, like kind of early. But if the blown up bed had worked, I would have probably stayed up there another night, a second night. But last time I was up there, I only spent the night because the mattress wouldn't stay up, and I kept hearing some weird noises, and it did kind of freak me out a little bit. So, and also my torches wasn't working as well, so I had hardly any light there as well. But hopefully later on in the year, you know, I will go up there because I've got a wildlife cam up there. I want to get that, bring that home. I don't know if there's going to be any video footage on there. You know, sometimes there is, sometimes there ain't. Sometimes I think it's working when it isn't working. Batteries ain't all that brilliant. You know, whatever batteries I put in there only last next amount of time anyway. Unless I can, you know, if I was going to go out there quite a lot more, which I can't do, but if I was, I'd probably bought, you know, a better wildlife cam with one of those features on where, you know, it gets charged up through the sunlight, you know, kind of thing. But as I'm not going up there that much, you know, it's not worth me leaving the wildlife cam up there. I'm going to bring some of my stuff back, some of my like tools, like maybe an axe, and I think I've got one of my bushcraft knives up there. I can't remember. I think I normally bring my bushcraft knives home with me anyway. But I know I've got like a splitter axe, a normal axe. I've got a spade. Got like a little digging tool up there as well. There's a few other bits and pieces. But those I probably won't bother bringing home. The only thing I'll probably bring home is like the axe and the machete, if I can find the machete. The tools can stay there, like hammers, nails, screwdrivers, screws, all that will probably stay up there, just in case I do start going back up there a bit more regular. But when I do go up there, it just probably be like a quick couple of hours, check the camp, get the wildlife camera, bring that home. And if I do decide to go out there a lot more later in the year, then I'll probably get myself a better wildlife camera. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, sorry there's not been no content on here for quite a while. As I say, I've not been up there. I've only been up there once last year. And no, twice I think, because the first time I went up there was to spend the night up there. But as I say, I kept hearing those weird creepy noises. And I was glad to get home early in the morning. And the second time was when I found out that the landowner had passed away. And, I spoke to his daughter, and she said I can still go up there. Some people asked how, I got permission. Well, I got permission because when Norman was alive, I originally had my metal detector. And I used to do metal detecting up there. But then one particular day, his daughter complained that, she was a bit worried about the horse, the ponies tripping on one of my holes. And I said, well, I always cover their holes up. She goes, yeah, but she has seen a few holes, around which I haven't covered up properly. I said, well, I'm pretty sure I do cover them up, but, if you want me to stop metal detecting up here, I will stop metal detecting. She goes, well, just give it a break, kind of thing. So she hasn't really told me I can't metal detect up there. But, I could still do it if I wanted to, but I can't because of my knees. I can't bend down and kneel on my knees because of my arthritis in my kneecaps. And, just kneeling down is like really painful, very painful. And, using my hands to use a spade to dig is out of the question. I've got strength in my right hand, but not my left hand. My left hand's kind of weak most of the times. So metal detecting I can't do up there. Bushcrafting I can continue doing up there, but there won't be a lot of bushcrafting up there. Just being me going up there, having a couple of hours, maybe a day, maybe a day and night, chilling out, cooking, sleeping up there. But that won't happen until later in the year when we've got the growth coming back on the trees, and it's longer daylight and shorter night time. So yeah, that's it really. Just keep the channel in mind. I've opened another channel called Steve's Walkabout, which I'm not listing on here, but if you do a YouTube search, I opened up one today called Steve's Walkabout, and that one's going to be me just walking around, going to shopping, walking around in woodlands and commons and parks and stuff like that. It's just a general walking around kind of channel. It's not going to be anything with the metal detecting, bushcrafting, fishing, all that kind of stuff. It's just going to be me walking about. So that is going to be limited as well because, say, knees are knackered and it's very difficult for me to get out. And when I do get out, I'm going to start taking the camera with me. I just ordered a little camera. I don't take the one which I normally use with my bushcraft. This one's a smaller one, which is going to turn up tomorrow. I do need to go and do some more shopping this week, so I might take that with me and just do a little video and upload that on Steve's Walkabout video channel later. But just bear with me. I hope to do something later in the year. So yeah, that's it for the update. Catch you later.